everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with Be Creative, and today we're going to be creative with dance, more specifically tap, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about tap shoes. Now, before I get into the tap shoes, I just want to show you a couple of pictures. This is me when I was probably about 5 years old as a tap dancer, and I'm a flapper. Here's a picture of my daughter, also a tapper and a flapper. Many times, young tap dancers do dress up as flappers in a lot of recitals. I know I was a flapper in another recital. I guess we're like flapper tappers. Oh, I'm sorry, that was bad, I know. So I have this big old box of dance shoes. A lot of them are different types of tap shoes. Now, I haven't done every single type of tap there is. I've only done a couple of types. And so those are the shoes I'm going to show you. So as I go through this box, look, little tiny baby tap shoes. These were my granddaughters. Aren't they cute? And then here's some littler ones. These were a lot like the ones I had when I was a little girl. This was my other granddaughters. I had little ties here. Now they just put elastic in them like this because they're a lot easier to change out. Think about being a dance teacher with a whole bunch of little kids in there that don't know how to tie shoes, who can barely even put their shoes on, because we're talking, 3 years old here, and it just makes it a lot easier to not have the ties and to have the elastic. So I remember once I graduated from these, we had these. Everybody looked forward to having these little character shoes, heel taps, but as time went on, we kind of ditched the heel taps and we did more of an Oxford. These are so much more comfortable. And these are also some of my old tap shoes, they're good, but they're not like really, really good. Tap shoes can be expensive, but if you want a really, really good pair, they're really expensive. We're talking hundreds of dollars. My daughter has those. And boy, can you tell the difference in the sounds. So I remember when my daughter was younger, she graduated from these to these. Now, these here, we actually had to have some stuff done to them. We actually took them to a special shoe repair guy who knew what he was doing. And we had these built up. The whole tap group did. And let me tell you something. When I put these on, when I borrowed them from my daughter one time and tapped in these versus these, wow, what a difference the sound makes. And I'm actually going to sort of kind of try to show you the difference in the sounds here in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. But I have one more pair of tap shoes I want to show you. And these are actually clogging shoes, and they have a different type of tap on them. They have more of a jingle tap. This right here doesn't jingle. This does. As you can tell, the taps are a lot different. These regular tap shoes, they have a tap on the heel, and they're a little loose. You want them to be a little loose so we can get good sound out of them. But they're not loose like that, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And then you have a toe tap. Let me get those, show you the difference between the heels, the heel tap shoes, and the Oxford there. And these are pretty much the same tap. Now notice some have 3 holes, some have 1 hole. And let me just say, I can't remember, I don't think it was these tap shoes, but I have had it happen to me where I was tapping and the screws came undone and the tap came off the shoe. Actually, you know what? I remember which one it was. It was these. It was the other shoe. So tap dancers are known to keep screwdrivers in their bags. All right, let's look at these. So these have actually 2 taps. The tap on the outside is loose, so when you do a step, when you're tapping, when you're clogging, you hear this extra sound. There was one other thing I wanted to address. I remember when I was in college and I was doing a lot of dancing. I was dating this guy, and he came to pick me up from some dance thing where I was doing tap, and he saw my tap shoes. And he's like, let me look at those. And he was amazed at what they looked like on the bottom. He thought there were actually all these little tiny little taps all around the shoe. And that's how we made all the different sounds. I thought that was kind of interesting. Something else I want to show you about tap shoes. So you probably noticed there's like a little rubber thing here on both of the feet. And then there was this. You can tell this was just something we bought and stuck on there, okay? And then there were these. The shoe repair guy put those on there. But look, it's not there. Let me see, what else? Oh, they have them on the little kids' shoes too. Can you guess what that's for? Well, if you can't, I'll let you know. These can be very slippery. Even with this, sometimes they can be very slippery. And so it's to keep you from slipping so much. My daughter, she had these shoes on one time when she was doing she was at the county fair, and there was a dance competition, and there were cloggers and tap dancers and stuff in this category, and everybody was slipping all over the place, even with these. So, like I said, got to be really careful with taps. Usually the stage, when you do competitive stuff, not so much at the county fair, but when you go to actual dance competitions, they're dancing on Marley. And you don't really get the good sounds on Marley. You can buy tap boards. You can even buy stuff to make a tap board. My son-in-law did that for my daughter. We just actually tap on plywood, and you'll see that in some little short videos I'm going to do so you can hear the sounds of different tap shoes.
All right, I have 2 different types of shoes with taps on them. That's clogging, that's tapping. Now, can't you tell the difference? This has jingle taps, these are not jingle taps. You hear the difference? Alright, I have 2 different types of tap shoes on. They're both just regular tap shoes. This one's built up. This one is not. This one has less support.
Now to listen to some clogging shoes. Thanks for joining me today, and let me know, have you ever done any tap dancing or clogging or Irish dancing? I would love to learn to do that, or any other tap dancing, or actually any other dancing, period. Let me know down in the comments section. And y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with Be Creative, signing out for now. Bye-bye.